Welcome to our RAP team orientation video. My name is Hope Little, and if you don't know me, I've actually been a foster parent for several years, and I've also adopted 4 kiddos. And so adoption and foster care is something very near and dear to my heart. And so I'm super excited about RAP families, and I'm excited to tell you more. If you're watching this video today, it's probably for 2 reasons. Number 1, maybe you've heard a little bit about RAP families, and you would like to learn a little bit more. Or maybe someone has contacted you about being part of a RAP team and you have no idea what that really is. You just know that someone you know or someone that you serve with, that they're trying to form a RAP team around them. So either way, you've probably got some questions, and hopefully after a few minutes today, we'll answer most, if not all of those questions for you. So number 1, the big question, what is a RAP team? A RAP team is pretty basic, it's pretty easy. It's really just 8 or more individuals that wrap around, that really come together to support a foster, adoptive, or a family that's in the process of adopting a child from hard places, usually a child out of foster care. And so why do these foster, adoptive, and pre-adoptive families need wrapping? Why do they need extra support that other families don't need? It's a big question that we always get. Well, the reason that they do is because it is hard. I mean, being a parent in general is super hard. But parenting a child from a hard places, a child with lots of trauma in their past, is extremely hard. These foster parents, these adoptive parents, they often have to deal with babies that come home from the hospital that are still going through withdrawal from meth and cocaine. Maybe they have an adorable little 4-year-old. When they come to church, everything looks great. But what you don't know is at night, that child is scared to sleep anywhere but in the closet. Or they're petrified to have their hair washed, or they're petrified to have their clothes changed. Maybe they have a child, they just want to go home so bad. They think if I behave just bad enough, someone will finally get tired, they'll boot me out and just send me home. And so you never know. There are all sorts of things that they can be dealing with because these kids, they're from hard places. And they've gone through lots of trauma, lots of sadness, lots of heartache. And these foster families, these adoptive families are there on the front line trying to help these kids. Another reason why they need wrapped around is because this is really a spiritual battle. God created families, and families are really there to protect and to help kids. And Satan is real, and he wants nothing more than to come in and to really just tear holes in the fabric of a family. And he loves when there's a kid that doesn't have a family, when they have no protection, when they're just out there on their own. When a child is an orphan and they need adopting, or when a child is in state custody, they're out from under the protection of a family, and Satan loves that. But we have these foster and adoptive families that either maybe for a lifetime and permanently through adoption or through foster care temporarily, they're trying to bring these kids into their family to give them the safety, the support that they need. And Satan hates that. And so he is there and he is throwing everything that he has got against these families. And so they really need you. They need people to stand with them. They need people to pray and to lift up everything that's going on in their lives and the lives of these kiddos. So they really need the prayer support because this is a spiritual battle. We actually want you guys to stop watching this video for a minute. There's a link below. We want you to go click on that to a video called Removed. Watch that for a few minutes and then come back and finish our video. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that video. I know it's a little bit on the intense side, but we wanted you to watch it because it's really hard to describe in words the trauma that these kids go through. But seeing this little girl in her abusive home before she came into foster care, and then seeing her and how scared she was and all of the things that she went through, even after she came into care. These children have to come into care because their lives are often in danger. They're in dangerous situations because of something going on at home or in the environment around them. But then coming into care can often be so traumatizing because there are so many strangers. They don't understand what's going on. But we just wanted you to watch that video so you could just for a moment maybe kind of get a taste of just the trauma, just the hard places that these kids in foster care often come from. Okay, so how do RAP teams help? So maybe you've realized, okay, there is some hard stuff going on. These families do need a little support. But how is us wrapping around? How is that going to help? Well, it's going to help because we already talked a little bit about prayer. They really do need your prayer. And so RAP teams weekly They get information from the families. They find out what's really going on so they can pray. And so there's lots of great things about WRAP families, but prayer is the number one and most important things that these WRAP teams do for these families. And number two, the other thing that WRAP teams can do is they can just provide a little relief, especially just free up a little time for these foster and adoptive families to spend nurturing and loving these kids, or to spend maybe even relaxing themselves. Because again, it is hard work. And so bringing a meal once a week is a big deal. Cooking a meal, cleaning up afterwards really does take a lot of time. But if foster parents, adoptive parents don't have to do that once a week, then they can spend that time investing in these kids, really spending good quality time with them. There can be other things like yard work, maybe tutoring a child that's behind in math and you're really good at math. All of these little practical things can really help these foster and adoptive families and really help these kids from hard places. So when will this WRAP team get going? Maybe you even bought in. You're like, yes, I'm on board. I'm ready to WRAP somebody. Well, good news. We're already working on the other end. We're already finding families, adoptive families, foster families for you guys to WRAP. We're already working with them to figure out what their needs are and what's going on in their family. And so hopefully just in the next few weeks, you'll be ready to go and you will be WRAPing someone. But we will contact you by another email in a few days. Make sure you've actually watched this video, and then we'll give you the next step from there. Well, that's really about all we have. So I hope this helps clarify a little bit what a WRAP family is. I hope this answers some of your questions. We just want to thank you for giving your time today.